Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what am I trying to show you? Simply trying to show you chart movements over a period of time and how all of these movements are not a random movement, but these are movements that that was born out of a particular pattern that was created. The movement was actually engineered from the formation of a particular chart pattern. You can see how the pattern at one time or the other have actually propelled the market to either go long or to go short. To either go long or to go short, all right? So the bearish rectangle is basically a pattern. Sorry, the rectangle, whether bearish or bullish, they are basically a pattern that is formed in the course of a trend. In the course of a trend, they are basically your market consolidation, but not every consolidation gives you a rectangle. You get a rectangle when consolidation is bounded by parallel support and resistance. Sometimes when price is dating, it's simply chopping. Chopping in the sense that you can't, it's not forming a rectangle. It's simply chopping around. All right. When you have, let me do this. When you have a pattern forming this way, now this is price simply chopping around, right? It didn't form a rectangle, it didn't form anything, but the market is actually consolidating. It is not bounded by any support, it's not bounded by any resistance. All right, this is market consolidating, but this does not give you a rectangle. A rectangle is formed when price is bounded by parallel support and resistance. It's just a basic method of trading with market consolidation. Now, if you check the material that has been given that you have, the material that was sent to you, it contains a lot of other chart patterns. But one thing you should know about chart pattern is that they all follow the same principle. They all follow the same principle. All right, the ones that I took my time to explain to you, to explain to you are the ones that the ones that are very easy for you to spot out, and the ones that you can easily spot out on your chart and trade with it. Okay. Any question?
No, sir.
All right. To wrap it up for the day, I'm still going to talk a little bit still on what we are rounded up the last time. Last time we rounded up with talking about risk management. The forex market is a very risky market. It is very profitable and it's also risky. And most of the time, most of the reasons, most of the causes of failure why we lose money in the market, most of these causes are self-inflicted. We, the traders, are actually the ones who sabotage our own trading, sometimes without knowing it. We end up doing the things we are not supposed to do. At the end of the day, we end up being the reason why we're spending a lot of money. This is why we're spending lots of money in the market. Now, there are certain reasons why traders can lose money. These are some of the reasons: overconfidence, over trading, revenge. Can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can now.
All right, talking about overconfidence, you actually need confidence for you to click that buy or that sell button. You need confidence to click the buy or the sell button. But in the course of a trading, overconfidence is actually not good for a trader. Overconfidence can come in, let me say, in the course of a week or 2 weeks, you've been trading, you've not lost a trade. And to you, it seems to you as if the marketplace is yours. You have control over it. You become too confident. You become too confident in your trade that you may tend to overlook some things that you're supposed to have taken into consideration. Now, the overconfidence will make you to forego your trading rules, and I might end up incurring some losses. So overconfidence, no, is a no-no when it comes to trading. The other thing is about trading. Over trading, know when to stop. Know when to stop. You have a target you're supposed to make every day. Once you hit that target, you're done for that day. Stop.
Yeah.
Let's say your target is to make $100 every day. You've made 97, and you're struggling to make to complete that 100. Take that 97 you've made and get out of the market. Over trading, know when to stop. Don't overtrade. The marketplace is not your family inheritance, so you know when to stop. You know when to get out of the market. Again, is revenge trading. Revenge trading it kills. I mean, you lost some money, you lost some trade, and you say, this market has to take my money. Let me go and deal with it. The market has no emotion. It doesn't even know you're taking your money. You lost your money, yes, man up. You lost that money. The money if you have to money it. Take a time off. Take a time off. Then come back with a fresh mindset. Don't do revenge trading. Because as you tend to do that, you may end up
burning your account.
They will have over leveraging. Leveraging is something that most traders, especially most new traders, some traders, whether new or old, don't really understand what leverage is all about. Now, normally, before you can think of trading forex, before you can think of trading in the financial market, you need to have at least $10,000 before you can even think of trading in the financial market. But because of forex brokerage firms who give you the platform to trade, they offer you leverage. They offer you leverage between 1:10 to 1:, sorry. They offer you leverage between 1:10, 1:10 to 1:500. Some offer as high as 1:1. Some offer as high as 1:1000. But this is the average leverage that is being offered to you. Now, leverage simply means that, let's say I take a leverage. Okay, both of us we're done with our training. I want to start trading. I took a leverage 1:500, and you took a leverage of 1:100. We are starting up our account with $200 each. With $200 each. Now, taking a leverage 1:100 simply means that for every dollar you have, is equivalent to $100.
Okay.
Now, 2:500, you took 1:100. This means that my $500 in the financial market will look as though is 500 times 200. This will give me $100,000. This is what I have. Now you took a leverage of 1:100. You have $200. 100 times 200. That gives you
$200.
$20,000.
Oh.
We have the same amount of money, but we took a different leverage. Now my $20 will look at in the financial market, my $20 will look as though it's $100,000. Your own $200 will look as though it is $20,000. But the small amount that will be showing in our respective trading accounts, but because of the different leverages in the financial market, the money looks different. Now, with this difference in money, I may be allowed to use a lot size of up to 0.15, as the case may be. Now, because of your small lot size, you can be allowed to use up to 0.08. So because I'm allowed to use a higher lot size, I can open more positions than you can. Because of your small leverage, when you start opening positions, you get to a point they will tell you don't have enough money. Meaning that the money you have cannot hold that position open. So I can open more positions, use a higher lot size, make more profit. But when I'm losing also, I'm going to lose more. Because I'm able to open more positions or use a higher lot size. So over leveraging, or the fact they are giving leverage does not mean you have to abuse it. Like a two-edged sword. Take a minimum leverage. 1:100 is a very fair leverage for anyone to take. 1:100 is a very fair leverage for anyone to take. So over leverage is one thing that kills. Another thing is overexposure. Overexposure. What do I mean by overexposure? Some currency pairs, their charts look alike. When you see a chart of AUD JPY and a chart of NZD JPY, these two charts will look alike. These charts, these currency pairs, their charts will look alike. Now let's say I get a buy on AUD JPY, get a buy set up also on NZD JPY. I'm not expected to buy this. I'm not expected to buy this and still buy this. No, I can pick one out of the two. I may decide to buy this one. And I get the same thing on AUD USD, NZD USD. I may decide to just buy this alone. Buy this. And I don't open more positions that I can manage. I can open the positions that I will be able to manage over time. So I don't expose myself too much. Because now, if this is, I'll be losing trade on this, I'll also be losing on this. If I'm losing on this, I'll be losing on this. So you don't expose yourself too much. Don't open more positions than you can handle at a time. Overexposure is one other thing that is very dangerous in the financial market. Then another thing is overriding stop loss. Overriding stop loss. What do I mean by that? Now let's assume we have this chart pattern here. There was this chart pattern I told you about stop loss, which is this. Let me see. Which one was that? Okay. Now this is this chart pattern here where we have a stop loss placed here around this region. We have a stop loss placed here, and we sold where we have the sell. Then the market was right. I sold the market kept and give me small profit, and before I knew it started to retrace back up. I was in negative. Now it's coming very close to my stop loss, and I say, no, this is my stop loss here. Let me adjust it up. Let me move it from here. Let me take it up to here. So that as price is coming, to not hit my stop loss. When I'm adjusting my stop loss, I'm simply exposing my risk, taking a higher risk. So if the market could come take out the stop loss, then that means that trade is not the right trade, or that trade setup is not for you. So don't override your stop loss. Don't override your stop loss. These are some of the things that some of the causes of failure in forex that are actually self-inflicted by traders. Overconfidence, over leveraging, over revenge trading, over exposure, over trading, overriding stop losses. Overriding stop losses. I think I'll just explain all of that here. Now, again, trying to round up, when it comes to trading, losses are part of the game. Whoever tells you're going to trade forex without losing money is a joke. They will definitely come. But the reason why you are being trained, yes, the reason why you are being trained is for you to be able to mitigate your losses to the barest minimum. What are the things you should do when you incur a loss? One, don't note that you have to control your losses. Don't lose more than you win in a day. Let's say on a daily basis, your target is to make between $5 to $10 daily. This is your target daily. All right, this is what you make. Whenever you are when you are incurring losses, your losses should also be within the same range. Not the day you're going to lose. The day you're going to lose, you are losing $53. You don't lose more than you win in a day. Don't lose more than you win in a day. And of course, you should know your level of stop loss before you enter the market. Before you click buy or sell, you should know where else you should have determined where your stop loss should be. You should have determined where your stop loss should be before you click that buy or sell. And like I told you, don't override your stop loss. The stop loss, your stop loss is like the brake in your vehicle. Thirdly, don't involve in revenge trading. It will make you to forgo your trading principles. And you can end up losing more trying to recoup that account. And when you lost money, no matter what it is, when you lost money, take the responsibility. I lost this trade. I must have done something wrong. I entered too early, I entered too late, I entered on impulse. Take responsibility. Don't put the blame on anyone. Accept this responsibility. Okay, I lost this trade, I lost this money. Then you go back. Go and find out what happened. You lost that money, you want to money it, fine. Take a time off. Couple of days, a week, two. Monday loss. But it could only remain a loss when you don't learn from it. You go back, go and find out what happened. Then you learn from that loss. And that's one thing losses does to you. Losses dampens your confidence. So when you've lost some money and you've won that money, you want to come out to trading, you may not have that full confidence anymore to take those trades. So most time you can go to start up with a demo account again, build up your confidence, or you can start with a lower loss side. Let's say you are trading an account that maybe you're using up to you're using up to 0.5 or up to 1.0 loss size to trade, and you just lost an account, you want to stop again, you can start with 0.005, start with a smaller account, build your confidence with that. The small loss, build your confidence with that. Then when you think your confidence is back to what it used to be, then you can ramp up your loss size and continue the way you used to trade. The last but not the least, let go of the losses. Don't dwell on it. Rather, embrace the process. It's all about process. When you understand that losses are part of the game, then it's no longer a loss. It's just you making a step towards learning.
Yeah.
So forex trading is actually something very interesting and worthwhile, as long as you give your time to it. Okay. So this actually brings an end to the basic to advanced course, but I'm not going to call it an end to this course because forex trading is more practical than it is theoretical, and I'm not going to go ahead with any new trainings or new topics. No, but after this, we're supposed to move ahead to the master class. But I won't do that because that would just be me training and you doing nothing. And for you to practice, you need to do that with a laptop. So what will happen is this. I don't know how long it's going to take you to get your laptop in place, but until you do that and we practice, or you, I'm not using we, so that it's not be as if I'll be the one practicing. Until you practice all that you've been taught ever since, I'm able to evaluate what you're doing, see where to bring you back in order, how to cushion you up a bit and how to brush you up. Then after, it is only after then that we can go ahead. So I don't know how soon that could be possible.
Hey, well. Oh my God.
Because
Maybe I
seriously,
just
I have to be honest, because it will be a waste of valuable time for both of us. Believe me, because if I decide to run through the training without you practicing, if I decide to do that without you practicing, I have to be honest with you. If I decide, nothing stops me from doing that. If I have to do that without you practicing, but whenever you get handy of your laptop, you will need me to come back to those training again. Yes, you will need me to come back to those training again. And that will mean double work for the both of us.
yeah.
So that is why I won't do that. Because nothing stops me from taking the training. I can do that in the next 2 weeks. I'm done with your training. But when you get your laptop, what happens? Because believe me, you won't remember. Even if I record the classes and send to you, you will not remember. It's more practical.
Okay. Let's see what this week will bring. Hopefully.
No, don't be in a hurry. I'm always available. Take your time. I don't want to put you on the rush. Take your time. Anytime at all.
Okay.
Yes, don't put yourself, I don't want to put you on your toes. Right? Take your time. Whenever at all, whenever it is at all, let me know. I have my laptop. Even if it takes you a week, a month, the market is not running. The money will still be there for us to make. So whenever at all, because once you have your device in place, it will take a week. We'll take a week, practice all that we've been talking about. All right, a week back to back practicing, even if it's just for 30 minutes every day. Then after then I will look at how you are doing, then know when and how to proceed with the masterclass. Meanwhile, any question? So we can call it tonight.